She say, she say, you don't want no pussy? I say, you ain't got no pussy. She say, I got some pussy. I say, is it real pussy? Or is it like the operation, they cut your ding-a-ling off pussy? She say, it's some real pussy. I say, do we got the pus coming out of it? Is it the real, is it some real pussy? It's the pussy that got the pus coming out of it, like the white blood cells, the leukocytes. She said, it's got some pus coming, it's got some pus coming out of it. I'm saying, is it like a little bit of pus, where it's just a little bit of pus, or is it a whole lot of pus where it's real pussy? It's real pussy. It's got a whole lot of pus coming out of it. I say, is it that leavened bread with the yeast? Is it that leavened bread with the yeast kind of pussy? Is that the kind of pussy that it is? Like, can I bake a cake off that motherfucker? Or is it just the pat? I mean, can I like pat a cake, bake a man? You know what I'm saying? Or is it it's the bullshit? Like, is it gonna rise like yeast because it's got the pus coming out of it? You know, I'm just saying, man, I be thinking, yo, I do this weird thing called thinking. And I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I've been spontaneous all my life. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that knows me knows that nobody, you know what I'm saying, has been so breakneck. Well, not really breakneck, but you know what I'm saying? It's a colloquialism of saying nobody's been real impetuous like me. I'm real impetuous to the degree that I'm like, you know what I'm saying? More so just like, I don't know, I'm learning patience. Like, even now, it's taking me all, you know what I'm saying, my 40s, I forgot how old I was. I'm 48. I think I'm 49. No, I'll be 49. I forget how old I am, because when you consign yourself to an age, then you act like that. You act like that. You ask, people conform themselves to that number. So I don't really do a lot of, I don't really fill out a lot of applications or do anything where my age is actually, you know what I'm saying, required. So it's more so like, as a man thinketh, and so he is, or so he shall become. So when you think like, you know, you 48 or 49, or confine yourself to a numerical value or algorithm, especially when time is actually altered because the polar shift has been, what's the word? I'm getting my oxygen right. The polar shift has been, it's occurred again, but it's like, it's not with the wobble. The tip has been, you know, corrected. So with the polar shift being fixed the way it is, I'm more so inclined to realize that time, and this is factual. You can fact check this. A minute is not 60 seconds no more. A minute is now 59 seconds. So to conform myself to time, the Bible says, conform thyself not to the ways of this world, because the ways of this world passed away. And with that being said, it's almost like there's got to be an instinctual portion of you that knows what's right. But at the same time, though, I can combine it. You know, avoid all extremes. You know, avoid all extremes. That's why it's almost like when I pee, I make sure I try to pee slow. Because when you pee slow, you can get more urine out, and that lowers your blood pressure. If you pee fast, your sphincter control will actually exasperate itself beyond what's necessary, which means that when you really gotta pee, it'll pretty much just kind of like come out. You can hold it back, but when you push it too much, if you hold back and go slow and control your sphincter, get some, you gotta master your pee. You know what I'm saying? You gotta master, you gotta be like, I'm holding my pee in. And when you do it to a certain, somebody trying to get in the video. I don't know, I'm gonna be quiet. People be getting in my video on purpose. I don't be walking. I used to walk, but there may be a time where I have to go back to wearing black, but I don't. Get black be dirty as hell. Be dirty. And me personally, I'm not an untouchable. Some people can do it. See, it's not that it's inherently bad. It's not that it's inherently bad, but it's bad for me. So I have to know my limitations and what I can do. And I realize that some people are in a position right now where they're upset at me. I've been there where I wore black, like, yo, I can't do no laundry. I can't do this. I can't do that. So, you know what I'm saying? It was like, well, me, I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna wear black because it's less maintenance. But it attracts so many germs. Besides, Guru said you don't want to wear black because it absorbs a lot of stuff in. But see, it's also a temperature to that too. Black is cool. Black is cool. But see, I overheat because I'm real mammalian. I'm real mammalian. I'm a mammal, and like I made a few posts. Well, I didn't make the post, but I shared the post. I made a few posts about, you know, reptilian type beings, which I don't really have a problem with nobody. But I'm really accustomed to the cool weather. Like, I don't mind being cool. Now, I'm not trying to be cool. Like, yeah, I'm cool. Hey, I'm cool. I mean, I like being cool. Like, I like chilling. I like the actual physical temperature to be like, you know what I'm saying, lower. I deal with heat. I love heat too. I embrace the heat. I'll burn up in the fire. I'll burn up in the fire. I'll burn up in the fire. You know what I'm saying? I love heat to where I'll burn up in the fire. You know what I'm saying? I'll burn up in the fire. Take care. Good morning. Right now, you take care. Yeah, bro. Right, man. That's my dude, bro. Watch these things, man. You know what I'm saying? I love the, you know, I'll burn up in the fire, but for what reason? You know what I'm saying? I don't just do things just because, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I try to have a reason for my rhyme, you know what I'm saying? Even when I'm being zany, like I say, I wave at school buses and most service vehicles. You know, people that are selfish in their own cars, that's nice and dandy. I don't blame them either. But they don't get my attention. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the people, like I say, the other reason why it's so cold today, because today is March 9th, 22nd. Because they're driving their cars. For every person you see in a car by themselves, they're increasing the fuel emissions, which is melting the Thwaites Glacier, which is basically increasing our need for submarine cars. Jay-Z got a submarine car. Jay-Z has a submarine car, like on James Bond, because it's necessary. Because right now they're trying to use up all the gas on purpose. They're burning out all the gas on purpose. I wave at the mailman. I don't know why. I don't even have no mail. You got some mail. Oh, you got some mail. Oh, you got some mail. You know. You know what I'm saying? But no. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but my mentality more so is like, I'm like, okay, so with it being the way it is cold, it's not unseasonably cold. It ain't really cold to me. Like, I know what other people think. Like, I know what they consider to be cold. I'm like, yo, they probably think it feels good out here to me. You know, I mean, it's only cold for as warm as you've been. Like, there's no cold without warm. It only exists because of the polarity, like in the towel. Other than that, it just is what it is. And all you know is what you've ever known. And that's why I reserve judgment. But I will discern for my own benefit. I will discern for my own benefit, you know, what works best for me. Like my man, Homeboy Sandman, said, oh my God, Homeboy Sandman. He was like, yo, he said, since I've been on a vegan diet, it's been good for me. I can't speak for nobody else. It's been good. And also, like I say, I do not confuse the paramedics with a hospital. You know what I'm saying? The paramedics, they'll take you to whatever hospital you want to go to based upon certain districts, but I don't confuse a paramedic with a hospital. I just personally don't do that. I mean, my experience has not taught me, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, I usually deal with like anybody that's doing some kind of service, but I realize that, you know, me personally, I'm just a real cool dude anyway. I wave at people. I get inclinations, but then I have to restrain my inclinations. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm restraining myself from women because I know that usually whenever most women, they're like, yo, any woman over a certain age, she ain't got time for no man. When women got things to do. They got kids. When they get to be to a certain point where a woman wants your attention over a certain age, I'm like, yo, you ain't got no time on your hands, or you got a ulterior motive. You know what I'm saying? Like between washing clothes, fixing dinner for the kids, you ain't got time for me. You ain't got no time for me. If you think you got, hey, you hear all these cars cutting, they think see. Who is that? I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna watch the video again. See that tent over the window? That's when you smoke weed in your car. People that got tent do drugs. The kids need sunlight. Remember I said that I got bow legs because not exposed to sunlight? When you got kids in the back seat and they can't be exposed to the sunlight, they could be in a stroller and not in the car. But because even the clear glass of a car refracts the light, there's no reason for that. Remember that movie called It's Alive? They breed little monsters. Remember the little baby with the claws? Like, ah. But the thing about it is that you got to breed monsters because the Bible says, woe to those who have children in these days. Like saying that, woe to those who have, oh, goddamn. That's number 700. Woe to those who have kids. Yeah. Woe to those who have kids in these days. Woe to those who have children in these days because the state of the economy is such where it's just so bad. It's like your kids gonna have to come out with claws and hunting. Like the baby was born, the first thing the baby ate was his parents. It's in a movie called It's Alive. You know what I'm saying? The baby was like, it came out just clawing and scratching, you know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be necessary. That's an adaptation. That's an adaptation that's necessary, you know what I'm saying, for the current times, what's going on. So what I also realized too, like I say, and I don't want no woman too, because you gotta beat a woman. You gotta beat a woman. I don't want nothing I gotta beat. I don't even want no kids. If I gotta beat kids, I don't even beat my penis. If I don't beat my penis, why I wanna beat a woman and beat some children? I ain't doing that. You can say, really, like I say, when you have children, all you're doing is setting up a route for yourself to correct your karma. So people who have kids, they bad as hell. They're like, man, I know I fucked up in my lifetime. I fucked up. If I don't get it right through these kids, I'm going straight to hell 18,000 million times. You see what I'm saying? So that's why my whole deal is now, I'm like, yo. And then too, like I say, for anybody that had kids, there's a history behind having children. That's the bad karma. Won't nobody supposed to be down here having no kids. I'm letting the people, I do that because the bus drivers take breaks. I ain't gonna make no excuse, but they'll pass you by. They'll pass you by on the bus if you ain't at the bus stop. But everybody be at the bus stop hoeing. So I don't be at the bus stop because I ain't hoeing. I might play a song that might have hoe in it. You know what I'm saying? It be like, ho, let the hoes go. And if I dance like that right there, I'm dancing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's good for my back. They'll start blowing the horn at me. Why? Because they're used to people picking up people at the bus stop. The Bible says what? The whore that sit on the waters. This whole country is becoming a whore. The Bible, in Revelations, it says the whore on the waters. That's America. That's the United States. So people are surviving through whoredom. Remember that movie Battlefield Earth? He was like, you ain't got no friends. All you got is leverage. You got people who do stuff for people for stuff in return. That's all you got. Nobody is friends. Friends are people who know too much about you. And they'll sell your ass out if there's some money. And friends is people you get free. Like, yo, man, you gotta make them ends. You gotta make them ends meet. Friends is whoever you can get free money from. That's your friends. But they're not really friends. They only is friends as far as you getting free money. When they don't give you no money, be like, fuck that motherfucker. Oh, the hell, fuck that nigga. Oh, you can't loan me $10. Oh, the hell with you. Oh, fuck that nigga. They do that for cigarettes too. Cigarettes like money. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't even got no goddamn money. But they talking about how the banks is basically getting to the point now. The banks is getting to the point now where they're thinking in terms of shutting down the money. Like, you have to order, you have to make a reservation, or you got to actually make an appointment to deposit money and to withdraw money. And so, well, I think it's to deposit money to a certain degree, it's with certain amounts. But it's not full-fledged yet, but it's on its way. You know, because like I say, the digital currency is a way of us almost like filing bankruptcy. Our country's bankrupt, so it's like saying that, well, we're gonna restructure your the guidelines along with your important items and importing important items. So with that being said, they're getting to where we're going to actually be on that. The amount of money you have don't matter. Your money means nothing. They're cutting the middleman out, which is basically what? The Bureau of Engravings, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know where the IRS fit in this shit. Income tax is like what? If America ever paid its debt, you wouldn't have no income tax. They income taxing you because they're actually in debt. Whenever they instituted income tax, we was already in debt. In debt to who? That's why Trump said, I don't pay taxes. You don't really have to pay taxes. Because the IRS is not a part of the government. The IRS is actually an independent private company that does auditing to find out how much money has been made and how much you've been contributing to what certain people want you to contribute to. And that information can be released based upon special interests, based upon people saying, well, you know what? If the IRS want the money so goddamn bad, then I'll pay them money to find out how much fucking money he got, or she got. You see what I'm saying? And I smell these stinking ass cigars and let me know people are killing themselves in mass abundance. See what I'm talking about? Some folk don't want to know. They can't deal with it. They can't cope with reality. When you smoke, you can't cope. I don't smoke cigarettes. I deal with this shit head on. Because I'm strong like that. You know what I'm saying? People that smoke cigarettes have an oral fixation. That's like having a ding-a-ling in your mouth. If you smoke cigarettes, you got a dick in your mouth. You know, you like having shit in your mouth. So, I mean, if you can't quit, then guess what? You're a dick addict. That's why it's called an addict. Because you will add dick to your life to maintain that addiction. They're like, yo, man, he got an addiction. And he might have to add some dick to his life to maintain that addiction. You got to add dick to it. That's why you call it addict. And you might have to have some slick ass words, some goddamn slick ass words to say too. You might have to have some good diction. You know what I'm saying? Some good diction. Be like, yo. You be like, not now another, not now another a dictionary. Not now another person can actually debate what this motherfucker right here. He didn't turn around. He retarded as fuck. Look at this motherfucker. He can't goddamn. He's stupid as fuck. This motherfucker, look. What you gonna do when the gas run out when you made a wrong turn? You didn't fuck your gas up. You know what I'm saying? Look, he going to church. He the goddamn, look, he gonna pray for a brain. This motherfucker, he gonna pray for a goddamn brain. This motherfucker right here going to pray for a brain. How you gonna do this? It's all good. Because the reality is that 1706, the Lord God dwells not in temples made by men. See, I want to be saying, I ignore everybody. The only reason I'm letting folk, see, look, notice that nobody parks behind me. Nobody wants to be seen because they're all behind me for ulterior motives. So he gonna pull up and try to be like, you know what I'm saying? No, see how I say that? You see what I'm saying? Where the other car at? Ain't no reason to not pull up. He could have been pulled up. They just trying to be naysayers. You see what I'm saying? I'm gangstar. And a person told me, they said, when you're being gangstar, all you can do, see that tent? They getting high. They high as hell. That's them daggone like the Mexicans or whatever they is. They don't like me because I don't want their little women. I don't want y'all little no-net women. When I start dancing, she gonna be mad as fuck. When I start doing everything right there, she gonna be like, I ain't even got no necklace. She said, I ain't got no necklace or neck to put a necklace. You can't wear no necklace if you ain't got no neck. You can just wear some big ass earrings. You can't wear no necklace if you ain't got no neck. She gonna be mad at me. She gonna be like, when I'm gonna get a neck, I'll be like, you next to get a, I'm like, you next to get a neck. You next to get, I'm gonna give you a neck next. She's like, I want the neck. She's like, I want your shaft. This is the shaft of your penis, the neck of your penis. I say, you wanna see my naked penis neck? She's like, I wanna see the shaft, the neck of your penis. So, I mean, my mentality is more so that you're gonna see a lot. Somebody told me something, they said, these mothers going to slavery. The once ruling class, they are dropping. Look at this motherfucker right here. I guess because you got faith. Look, that's the church. They following me. Now you saw one go the way. They want to be seen. I don't mess with them. See the tent in the back window? The kids high as hell. These are cocaine kids. These kids on cocaine. These kids is in the car. They sniffing coke in the car. The wind blowing the coke. They coke. They don't feel shit. But they do get cold though. They love the cold. I mean, well, they love being cold. But they can't take the external cold. They don't feel nothing. You ever got so cold you be numb? That's the numbos. That's why I don't